I have seen a lot of people lately saying, "Oh man, why are there no good new anime coming out?" Or, "Dang, I really wish another long sports series like Haikyuu or Kuroko came out, man." People, the medium of anime has existed for a long time. There's an entire library of content you haven't even checked out yet. And from that library comes the 2000s anime, made by Studio Madhouse before they made classics like Hunter x Hunter and Death Note. The sports anime, Hajime no Ippo. So what is Hajime no Ippo? Hajime no Ippo is about this boy named Ippo who gets bullied. That is, until he meets the boxer, Takamura, who saves him from his bullies. This makes Ippo wonder, what makes a person strong? With this question in his mind, Ippo joins the boxing world, trying to see how far he can go against opponents in Japan, and possibly the rest of the world. If you're not a boxing expert already, you'll be able to learn with the characters, and by the end of it, you'll know about every basic thing you need to know about boxing, perhaps even more. At least 99% of the anime fans that I know watch anime for either fights or for sports, so if you like either or, this series will probably appeal to you. I mean, it's literally a sports anime about fighting. The two standout characters in this anime are Ippo and Takamura. Ippo is an underdog on the boxing scene, but he trains extremely hard and with dedication. He's strong, but humble. He's the kind of character that makes you want to go do something yourself, you know? Before Ippo started boxing, he worked on his mother's fishing boat, which helped him build a strong body for boxing. Think about having to keep balance on the boat and carrying heavy objects. Throughout the course of the series, you will see Ippo try to learn what is the meaning of strength, which you will understand through fighting several different opponents in the ring. As the gym rookie, you see him fumble a lot, but eventually he gets to a level even higher than the veterans among him. Then on the other hand, you got Takamura. He's an asshole, a creep, but most of all, he's a boxer. This dude has two purposes in life: to be annoying and to box. Nah, just kidding. Takamura is a great but strict mentor character, an example for Ippo to follow. And he does care a lot about his own coach and his fellow gym mates. Unlike Ippo, Takamura's body is built to be a boxer. He's literally built different. This man also gives us one of the best fights ever in any anime ever, against a boxer who was based on retired featherweight champion Prince Nassim. So you know it's gonna be a good one. So expect a lot of great things from him, especially near the later seasons. Basically, he's a Chad. Reminds me of these characters from other shows. There are a few more important characters, such as Coach Kamigawa, who trains both Takamura and Ippo, and have a really strong bond together. Then there are also the fellow gym mates, Aoki and Kimura, who are the comedic duo of the series, as well as the rival Miyata, who has his own little story going on, of trying to use just the boxing style his father used to use before retiring, as well as many other rivals and boxers that Ippo faces in his boxing journey. As long as you enjoy watching characters like Ippo and Takamura, you will most likely enjoy watching this series. The main appeal of the show is seeing Ippo grow and the interactions between the main cast, which we get plenty of. One of the best things about Hajime no Ippo is the animation and directing. Every episode looks great and is fun to watch. There is never a dull moment in any episode. Something that Studio Madhouse does very well, in my experience, is that they pace their episodes to leave you feeling fulfilled after just watching one episode, but also makes you just hungry enough to watch one more. Even though Hajime no Ippo is over 20 years old by now, the animation still holds up immensely. Honestly, it might be one of the best long-running adaptations I've ever seen. I mean, just look at this animation from a random episode. Every episode has this quality throughout. If I had to describe the genre of Ippo, it would be sports, slice of life, and comedy. Hajime no Ippo is a fast-paced story, so by the small chance that there is a boring match for Ippo, it will likely be done by the end of the episode anyway. This combined with us seeing so much of the daily life of the main characters, as well as Ippo's opponents, keeps the story fresh with every episode. To me, it almost felt like watching a Saturday morning cartoon. but in a good way. Very relaxing and exciting at the same time. One of the show's biggest strengths is its comedy. The show being of high quality does not mean we just get great action, but we also get great comedic timing and stuff like this. I watched this show together with my sister, and the amount of inside jokes we got just out of this one dumb looking guy is astonishing. I've watched a lot of the most popular anime at this point in my 6-year long anime career, and I'd never thought an honor anime would enter my top 10, maybe a foolish thought. But Hajime no Ippo impressed me so much that I'm actually putting effort into creating this video right now for other people to watch it, so that should say a lot. If you want to watch Hajime no Ippo, you start with season 1, which is 75 episodes long. Pretty long, but completely worth it, especially if you like it, because it means you have so many episodes to watch. After that there's 2 movies, both with the same high quality as the first season, and they are both canon to the story. 6 years later, a second season was released called Hajime no Ippo New Challenger. It is widescreen and in HD, and still remains the excellent animation and directing that you get used to in season 1. The final season, Hajime no Ippo Rising, was done by Madhouse with some help from Studio Mappa, who delivered some great episodes, especially near the end of the season, which has some of the best episodes in Hajime no Ippo, period. So in total, that is 127 episodes, 1 OVA, and 2 movies for the Hajime no Ippo anime. Getting another season anytime soon seems very unlikely, but considering the manga that will be running for at least a couple more years, there's always a chance that the anime will come back. In any case, the final season right now ends on a really sweet note, which made me feel pretty fulfilled with having watched the show. As for the manga, over half of the story is unadapted in an anime, but to be completely honest, unless you really love the characters and want to know what happens to them, you shouldn't read the manga. For the average fan, I'd say you can just stick to the anime, and when you're done with the final episode of the anime, then you're done. I've read the entire post-anime part of the manga in about a month, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. There's so many chapters, about 800 right now, and the story varies greatly in quality at that point, so I don't think it's completely worth getting into, especially considering that there's no great animation and great soundtrack to back up some of the lackluster parts of the story. I'd be hard pressed to recommend the manga to anyone to the most extreme Ippo junkies. Still has some good art though. Alright, that was all I needed to get off my chest. Hopefully this convinced you to watch this great boxing anime, or if you're already an Ippo fan, then you can share this video with your friends if you want to get them into this amazing series. Well, I'm gonna frog punch out of here. Bye bye.